Here we go.
Let's do it.
Um, Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody, for the third time. Welcome to AEW Dynamite. I have my lovely co-host tonight is the Grand Poobah, the Great Grand Poobah. Is that
There we
right?
go. You got it right, Katie.
We are missing our wonderful sheriff this week. Hopefully, she will be back next week for more fun. But we are here. I'm sorry we were late. You can check me on Challenging Times, which is previous to this show, but you can also check that on a recap on our YouTube channel. But tonight,
Absolutely.
they are in AEW is in Tennessee. It is their Shay. Woo! They're in Tennessee this week. They're coming off a huge trip to Japan, where a lot of the main stars were this weekend. I was on Saturday, at the Collision show in Charlotte, which had Tony Storm and some other great people like Private Party, which we see them having their celebration tonight. It was great. Um, the Collision show was actually really good. I'm not a huge fan of Collision. I always thought it was like the weak link. Besides Rampage, they were kind of equally weak.
Really? Wow.
But
Okay.
I'm happy to see that they dropped Rampage. They're focusing on Dynamite and Collision. That's where they needed to spend their money, and they're doing it. And they're banking on both of them, and they're doing much better than I feel like they were last year. So, yeah, okay, what does this say?
We,
Uh, who had more of a pop, Private Party tonight or the War Riders on Monday? Uh, I think the War Riders because it's Raw.
don't even
But
entertain him.
I know, right? Hi, Charmaine. It was nice to talk to you earlier. Yes, she reached out to me on Cactus Katie on Instagram, and we were able to have a little chat. So, if anyone wants to hit me up on the Instagram under Cactus_Katie,
I remember it's this way.
go right ahead, send me a message. We can meet up and talk. But yes, hey Jeffrey as well. All right, jumping in to AEW Dynamite, so we're not here all night long. But it starts off with Will Ospreay and Buddy Matthews.
Mm-hmm.
I Is Buddy Matthews signed with AEW? Because his wife is Rhea Ripley. Is that correct?
That is correct, Katie.
Yeah. So I was like, Buddy Matthews, where did he come from? Because I mean, I've done this for at least a year, almost coming up on a year now, and I've never seen him on before. Um,
It's funny. I feel like these last few months he's been getting a lot of TV time. Also, too, it looked like is it just me? I said this yesterday on the NXT review show because I said The Rock looked like he's getting bigger. Is is Buddy getting bigger? I feel like he's about to become Attack of the Titans because he's just getting huge.
he is huge. Like, he even got the most handsome face. Hey, Mad Dog, welcome.
Hi guys.
Yeah, maybe you can give us some insight on this Buddy Matthews. But yeah, no, his face isn't the most handsome face, but he's ripped. He is built out, and I'm like, wow, Rhea Ripley, you do have to keep someone in check there. What do you think, Mad Dog?
Yeah, I was just googling it actually, right? They tied the knot in 2024 June, actually June 23rd. They both went to Instagram and found out that they were married on June 2024, June 23rd, 2024. So congrats to them. And it was funny because when I went to AEW, I think I saw Buddy back in January of last year, right? I saw him, and everyone was shouting, where is mommy? Where? So everyone was shouting, Rhea Ripley's name. And it was kind of the other way around. When I went to SmackDown, everyone was chanting, well, where is Buddy? So it is kind of really funny that they wrestling fans do know, that they have a relationship together. And as for Buddy being built, he's just jacked, man. I mean, he's
He,
just
Well,
and
not to
he's
steal the
just
floor, but I'm
awesome.
Jack. I
I
just wanted to
mean,
say that.
he
Thank you.
is ripped. I mean, he's just her.
yes.
He's yeah,
He does look
um,
like he does look like he growls. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah,
probably
yeah.
does.
Mhm.
But yeah, so his match was with Will Ospreay, and it was a good match. I felt like the ending was a little drawn out. There was a lot of near falls, but what the true thing I took away from that match was the ending, where Will Ospreay grabs the microphone and the respect that they gave each other. Yes, and Will Ospreay said, Matthew, if you ever need someone in your corner, I got your back. The two men, as you saw in the picture, shook hands and respected each other as competitors. And I think that was wonderful. It was a great way to open tonight's show.
You want to take the floor, Mad Dog?
Yes.
Yeah, I actually thought personally that something was gonna happen. I thought, oh my god, Osprey's gonna heel turn here, or something was actually gonna happen with this, but it ended up
Yeah.
just being a handshake. And they're keeping Osprey babyface because I thought they were gonna kind of turn him heel because that's what it looked like the last couple episodes. It was they were gonna turn Osprey heel, but now it doesn't look like they're kind of going to. It doesn't. They're looking keeping him a babyface. So now I'm really like, wondering what are they doing with this man because I'm really confused right now. Like I'm reading one article. One article says, "Hey, they're gonna, turn him into a heel." Another article said, "Oh yeah, by the way, he shook hands with Buddy Matthews. Now he might be a baby." So I don't know what the plan is, but yeah, I'm excited to see it for sure. And just that old school sportsmanship. There it is, right there, the picture. Old school sportsmanship. I loved it. I thought it was great. There's the couple power couple of 2024, besides Tiffany Stratton and Luke with I think Kaiser. I know he says his first name wrong, but doesn't matter. I think those are the two power couples right now. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed this. Absolutely. Great match overall too. Yeah.
Great
Uh,
match.
I'm laughing at Miss Sawyer's comment because where did you even get that number 700 years? Yeah, no, I thought this match was a really good. I thought it was a really good opener. This was fun, and I so I don't know what direction they're trying to do with Buddy. Like I said, I want to say the last month or two, there was that one match that he had. I forget what pay per view was. It was on like 0 hour. It was a fatal 4 way, and he won that match. And I was sitting there saying, "Oh, they're putting some steam." Buddy, almost said Murphy, and he actually said that too. Well, he said Matthews. Um, but he said, matter of fact, one of the guys who was the announcer, he said, "Hey, buddy, he has the same name as a dog." I said, "Oh yeah, that's nice." But
Oh,
I thought that was actually kind of hilarious. I chuckled at that. But great match, and I'm interested in seeing where they're gonna go with this with Buddy. See if they're gonna actually do stuff with him now. I mean, he's in a lot of these matches, and I was gonna sit here and say, Buddy's a really, really good wrestler. But it was a match that
yeah.
I saw him in, and
Good
I was like.
match.
I said he's really, really good, but he's missing something, and then I think that's as a mouthpiece because it's like he's so good, but he's just missing an ingredient, and I said and say it's the mouthpiece. But good match, he delivered in the match, and once again, he's just getting bigger by the moment. I think every time he takes a breath, he gets bigger.
Yeah, I think the part that he was missing previously may have been that little spark behind him, behind his name. which Rhea Ripley may have given him. And so he's become much more popular with the fact that he is attached to her name now, and people are going to recognize that. So we'll
There's
see
a
what happens.
have you guys ever seen the picture? It's been a few of them, but there's one where like a lot of guys when they see Rhea, they want to take a picture with her, and then Buddy's just in the corner. He's just like, yeah, but I get to go home with her. So yeah, enjoy that picture.
Yeah,
I've
exactly.
seen that. I've seen that.
Exactly.
I've seen many memes were created of that. Yeah. Uh,
Yes. Thank you, Charmaine. One of our amazing hosts on our channel made that for me. Um, yes, I'm excited to see it, but it was a great, great match. Second part of the night, we had Private Party with their celebration. They won. What was it? The
Oh
NXT.
shit! Did you see Mad Dog's moves?
I did.
What
I
did
did.
you just do? I missed
Yes.
it.
Yes. 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 See. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, private
Oh, are we
party.
doing the Nana?
Kind of. Right. I don't know. Maybe.
Kinda.
Kinda.
That was
Nice.
a
You
lot of
know.
sizzle there.
I was. You know.
Well,
I love
it's
private
Private
party.
Party.
They're great.
I mean, they
They're
had the
great.
whole nightclub set up on stage, right? Yes. Oh, my ears. Thank you. Fair warning. Ron slash Grand Poobah is on, so good luck to everybody's ears.
I
I had
do
to
want to
turn
say
down
real.
mine earlier.
I know I talk about my mother a lot, but she's my best friend. There's this funny text where she heard me yell, and she said, "I heard you yelling. Are you okay?" So yes, I do this all the. Yes, I do this a lot.
Uh, but yeah, no, their Private Party is the AEW World Tag Team Champs. And they were on stage celebrating tonight. Congratulations to them. MVP decided that he wanted to partake as well. And he invited himself, went through the velvet ropes and the VIP status. He gave a toast, and he also kind of gave a little hint of what the future may hold between Lashley and Hurt Syndicate
There we go.
taking the
Yeah. Yeah.
AEW Tag Team titles away from them. So we'll see what happens with that little storyline developing. What do you guys think about Private Party?
I mean, they've never really done it for me. They're a good team.
Yeah,
They're out here. There's a I don't know if I could say promotion, but an indie is called HOG. They come from there, and they're really good. But they were never like my team to go to. But happy about the success. Good
yeah.
for
I
them.
think a lot of the young people are really into them. I don't know if it's because of the nightclub vibe that they're producing, but yeah, I know a lot of young people that really like them, so that's fine with me. Next we have Bobby Lashley with the MVP and Shelton Benjamin taking on Mark Briscoe. I saw Mark Briscoe on Saturday at Collision, and he is just as good live as he is on the TV. He is full of energy, loud. It's just it's great to watch. But unfortunately, Mark Briscoe did not win this, and Bobby Lashley did. I mean, honestly, anyone who goes
Oh,
up
hold on,
to say,
Katie. Did you really think that one Mark Briscoe was going to stand a chance against Big Bobby Lashley? Bobby Lashley is a world eater. He goes places and they called him in TNA one time. They used to call him the Walking Apocalypse. It's a hell of a name to have for something. Yeah, Mark Briscoe didn't stand a chance. But I also want to throw out here. I think MVP was saying some MVP things, and I thought that when he was sitting there
yeah,
saying, "Hey, why is the ref not disqualifying Mark Briscoe?" I said, "You know what? Absolutely right. Why is it? Cause Mark Briscoe. I mean, look, Mark Briscoe is all right. I mean,
he looks
does
like
wild
a
things.
crackhead.
He does, huh?
He looks like a user of some sort. I mean, he's missing half his teeth.
I mean, he been in some wars. He's been in some
Yes.
wars. But I do see him when MVP said, "Hey, why is he not getting disqualified?" I was with him. I was like, "Yeah." And Bobby Lashley, when he spared him, he hit him. I don't know what this thing is. Is it a spine buster that he do when he does like he just picks him up because it looked like a choke slam, and then he just chokes you out. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. He just took a little nap. He'll be back later. I'm
nap.
sure.
A nap. Brother's hibernating.
Hibernating. There you go. Exactly. Yeah, they assaulted Briscoe, is some people use in terms. This brings Private Party back to the ring with steel chairs to come after Hunt Cynic.
Yeah, it's syndicate.
Well,
No,
you mean
you know I'm laughing.
Syndicate? Yeah.
I'm laughing because Bobby Lashley should have just did that. You know how Superman go and then just blow people away? That's what he should have did.
Yeah.
Just blow Private Party out the ring. But go ahead.
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. It's Mark Briscoe. I had fun watching him on Saturday. He got his ass kicked tonight. Oh
He
well,
did.
moving on. Yeah, no, we're gonna get to Hobbs very shortly because that right there is just that was a crazy match. So next we have the fight for a facing of John Moxley next week for the World Championship on AEW Dynamite. So this is considered a men's casino gauntlet match. What do you guys think about casino gauntlet matches? I'm just not really a fan. I mean, if you're going out for ranking, maybe, but they're literally just throwing people out like it's a bingo competition, and you're calling numbers. Okay, there's no rhyme or reason to the way it comes out. People are coming out. So I don't know. We started off with Jay White, and then Hangman. His music came on. He came out, and Wheeler Yuta came out, and then I
No,
believe.
no, I'm sorry. Can we get to this comment? I don't know who John Monkey is. But I don't like him either, Tommy.
It's Moxley.
You know what, John Monkey? I don't know
Never-
who you are, but
never heard that
because Charmaine
They're
don't
gonna
like
eat
you,
that up,
I
Charmaine.
don't
They're
like
gonna
you.
eat that up.
I've never heard the John Monkey. I've heard
John-
John Moxley before.
John Moxley beat the hell out of that guy. But
I-
carry on. I think it was
Really
Jay White. No,
was.
Jay White and Hangman on Page started. Wheeler came out
Yes.
the third. Yeah.
Wheeler came out,
Who-
and then
Jay White.
Ricochet, and then Adam Cole, and then Daniel Garcia.
Adam Cole.
Then
Hey,
Powerhouse
hey,
Hobbs.
hey, he did the.
Yeah, no, Adam Cole, yes. Then Redrick Strong,
He doesn't wear a
Lance
crown.
Archer,
Jay
Kyle
White kid.
O'Reilly, and then Jeff Jarrett. You had to wait till the very
Yeah,
last.
Monkey
for
too.
I love that.
Uh,
Was Jeff Jarrett the last person to come out?
he
Yes,
was
he was.
because
Yeah,
they couldn't let him be on the mat for that long. He had to be the very last person.
A few things about this match here.
Oh my god!
I thought the people in here. I thought Ricochet, and I do want to throw out here. Ricochet's heel stuff has been entertaining. When the Swerve music played, and you think a Swerve is going to come out, and then you hear whose house? And he says, "My house, bitch!" Ha ha! And then he comes out. I said, "Oh, okay, Ricochet, I see you, doggy." And he comes out there, seeing the Undisputed. And look, I said wherever I talk, I don't know, because I'm talking all the time. So I'm a big fan of Undisputed Era. So when I saw Adam, Roderick, and Kyle, I was like, this ain't working for me here. But it was pretty cool to see them together. Like I get that nostalgia feeling of Undisputed Era. Jeff Jarrett getting beat up by Willa Yuta, which is hilarious because I think Willa Yuta don't like older people. That's what I got out of this because he literally left the match to beat up this older man. So he just don't like old people. It remind me of that episode of SpongeBob where the fish say, "How many times we gotta teach you, old man?" And they just jump the old fish. I love it. My only thing about this match is they keep saying stuff like, so they will say something like over the lines of like, this match can end suddenly. But then you have all the fucking people in the ring.
Yeah.
We had to get through, Jeff Jarrett.
I would like if one of these that they do, where like the first two is in there, and when the third person come in, the match ends. I would like for them to actually use that rather than because they keep saying that, and then I see 20 fucking people in the ring. I'm like, and then more people keep coming in. I saw the goddamn janitor come in there and say, "Oh, I'm in it too."
Right.
Please.
Might as well. I mean, I don't think Cage is ever gonna cash in. So you know what? Give it to the janitor. He may actually become entertaining and make it useful.
I love
I
all
mean,
that. I love that. Like he
yeah,
never cashes it in, and it's like expired eggnog. But carry on.
yeah, exactly. But you know what? It's funny. Steve made this comment about talking about our lovely Charmaine seeing Briscoe. But you know what? I have to say, Steve and I were talking back and forth when it came to shipping deal.
Yeah.
Um, when we were talking about AEW, because we all know Steve is a massive fan of AEW,
Mm-hmm.
and on the top of his list is going to be John Moxley as his, I'm going to win the lottery and take him out on a date. But
Oh.
we,
Oh.
AEW literally has some wimpy ass people right now.
You
They
said
have
wimpy
some
ass people.
wimpy ass people.
Oh,
Kyle O'Reilly, Jay White, Adam Cole. I mean, nobody compares to Powerhouse Hobbs. I was flashing. Yeah, see, there you go. I'm a massive AEW fan. Like, I'm a fan
You're a
of
fan of you're a fan of that? Oh my.
Oh, God. I gotta get that off. But
Oh my goodness.
they are so small. Then you throw Powerhouse Hobbs in, and as everybody knows, I have to switch back and forth between the Challenge and AEW on Wednesday nights. I saw Powerhouse Hobbs out there, and I was like, I don't even have to finish watching this. We
Yeah.
all know that Powerhouse Hobbs, out of all 11 of these people, are going to be taken down. I mean, it was just a no-brainer. So, after this match,
Can we just say real quick here, though? If
yeah, go right
as
ahead.
I raise my hand here, I said I would be on my best behavior here tonight.
I
Wasn't it
appreciate
nice
that.
that there we go. It was nice that they dust off. What's his name? Lance Hoyce. Archer. I'm sorry, Archer. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about his TNA name.
Lance Archer. Hmm.
Yeah, they dusted him off just to be out there. Oh, that was nice, right?
I mean, he
Because
wasn't
now
the last.
See
He at
him. It
least
was
could
good to
last a little
see
bit
him.
longer than Jeff Jarrett, right?
Jeff
Hey,
Jarrett.
don't mess with Jeff Jarrett, okay? He's an OG,
He's
you
an
know,
A
you
OG.
know,
That's
He's
we
an
okay?
know
OG.
what
He's
it is.
one of the best, okay? Ever do it. And once again, he's not retired, so why not?
He's not retired. He
And
is
remember,
gonna
he's
die
also
on that.
right, and he's also the head of AEW Talent and Relations, or whatever that means. So yeah,
Really, I thought Moxley was.
no.
Are you
That might
sure?
be for the show, but behind the scenes, Jeff Jarrett runs all that. Yeah. He's got a lot of creative control, and that's why he's on every single week. And I love it. I want more Double J. Bring it on. Bring the guitar and let's do it,
Oh
man.
my
Yeah.
gosh, I was really hoping that was a waste of time last week.
That was the
That was a
best
waste
part
of
of the
time.
night. You kidding me?
Coming from the Jeff Jericho kid. All right. Yes. So after the match, Powerhouse Hobbs wins by pinfall over O'Reilly, and the remarkable Renee Paquette comes out. Not in the back room, not in a hallway, not in the boiler room, but actually in the ring tonight. They let her out into the ring to interview Powerhouse Hobbs, saying you are going to be competing next week against John Moxley, aka her husband, and one who brought him into AEW because he's in charge of talent and relations. But says next week he's going to shock the world and make Moxley his bitch. You know what? I think he could do it. I'm not going to put my money against the Powerhouse Hobbs.
Absolutely not. No, Moxley. No. This is a great move for Powerhouse Hobbs. I like Powerhouse Hobbs. But he ain't beating no John Moxley. John Moxley is going to retain, and I agree with one Miss Sawyer where they're going to put him back on the shelf for what she said, Ghost Ed. I got to Google what that means, but He's definitely not beating no Moxley.
He can't beat Moxley. I don't know if this was too early. I really hope that it's actually like a good
He's playing.
match and they don't just
Come
give
here.
it to Moxley.
Twins, yeah.
Uh, I don't know.
I mean,
Why
here's the
does everyone,
yeah, yeah,
I'm calling out
yeah.
the comments
Mhm.
here. Why do you guys think that Hobbs is going to lose to
It's
Moxley?
not in the cards for him. It's not. He's not the guy
Uh,
I see.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. You got some news here, Mad Dog. You wanted to say what do you got here going on here? Is that a Street
Wait,
Fighter shirt you got on?
Kenny Omega actually Street
Oh,
Fighter
okay, but
shirt.
it's in the Street
If you
Fighter
noticed
front.
that actually, yeah,
Mhm,
Kenny
mhm.
Omega. He was on. Well, to get them later. Like I said though, about where are they next week? Does anybody know where the location is? Because
I
last
think they're
time
on.
I
I
checked,
think they're on Pluto.
no,
Yeah,
Oh,
Pluto.
Cincinnati,
thank you.
Ohio. Where's Cincinnati, Ohio? What's Cincinnati, Ohio? That is the home to
Oh,
one John Moxley. Now,
Ooh.
has John Moxley lost to
oh.
Cincinnati? No. Is he going to lose in his hometown, Cincinnati? Absolutely not. This
Do
is
you think
like
he's gonna
my
bleed? Do you think we're gonna see blood?
I think both of them are gonna
Oh,
bleed.
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
All right.
absolutely.
You
This is
know
gonna
what,
be
Mad
a
Dog? That is
battle
a
for the ages.
great insight there. A good
Thank
point
you.
that nobody loses in their hometown on AEW.
They don't. I feel like there's been people who has. I'm not. I can't
Not
think of the top of my
normally.
head. I can't think of the top of my head because I'm just not like the AEW head here. But I'm pretty sure there have been people who have lost in their home, which is fine. That's kind of wrestling. There's a lot of people. Oh, look, I'm from New York, and then they just lose.
If you're the
I
main card
Once
for a big event, you
probably
ain't
does.
losing in your
Probably.
hometown.
The
Um,
only one I can think of off the top of my head was Brian Danielson, but that was also his retirement match in his hometown
he
of
went
what
home
was
in
that?
his
Everett,
hometown.
Washington, I think it was. Evneet, Washington. I'm not good with names, so someone has to
me
help me
too.
out there.
I think it was
Yeah,
Washington. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it was Washington State. I know that because that's where my Brian Danielson. Oh my God, is from. I
right.
know that.
Yes. Well, you know what? We'll have to see what happens next week and see if the championship comes out of the briefcase. I don't know. But next,
I want to say this. Someone said this. I love social media comments because sometimes you run into some really, really good questions. And someone said,
right?
"Okay." Someone said, "Okay, I get that the World Heavyweight Title belt is in that briefcase," but someone said, "Where the hell are the trio titles?" And that's a damn good question. So, what do they win championships and just like hide them? Do they put them on a shelf? Where the hell are
Yeah,
these belts or
they
championships?
Xeroxed it like we did our COVID cards and then shoved them into a maximum little envelope and then put it. Everything's in the briefcase. They just need copies. That's all.
What, like it's some kind
They
of
shrink
pocket
it.
some pocket
Yeah,
universe?
like a pocket pen.
It's
Hmm.
a pocket.
Un-
It's uh,
understood.
oh
Yes.
my
Oh my gosh.
God.
No. All right. Well, next we have Jeff Jarrett, Mad Dog
Yes,
JJ,
by the way, I
Triple
have an
J.
update on that. He's the director of business developmental for All Elite Wrestling. I just want to get that clear. So
Okay. Did you look up Moxley's title?
I will do that now while you talk.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
while you're doing that, we're gonna talk about Jeff Jarrett
My
has
favorite, by the way.
doubts entering that and Jericho, entering
Yes,
MJF.
absolutely.
So Jeff Jarrett said last week he is not retiring, um, which I feel like people are bittersweet about. Um, MJF is telling Rakobani,
Hmm.
I forgot this guy's name.
Oh,
Is that right?
I forget his name too. The guy from
Yeah,
ROH. I'm sorry, I'm
yeah,
terrible with names too, but I know who you're talking about.
yeah. So MJF introduces himself to Jarrett and says he's the greatest champion of all time. You know, that can be debatable, MJF, but you are pretty damn good. MJF says he wants his Triple B back, but it seems like it's going to be a lot of work. Friedman runs down everyone going after the title right now, and no one is worthy of holding his title. MJF says if anyone is worthy of holding the title Triple B right now, it would be Jeff Jarrett. Why? Why are we giving Jeff Jarrett a title? I don't understand.
You
Why
think?
is
Wait,
Jeff Jarrett?
you think?
Why
You
is
think?
Jeff Jarrett even considering trying to get a world title right now? He could
You,
barely get out of the 0 hour.
ooh, ooh,
Whoa!
ooh.
Whoa!
He's just
How
not
dare you talk
competitive
about
enough
the double
compared to
J
everybody
like
else.
that? Wow!
I know.
Oh,
Him and Jericho may be able to go after each other. I don't know.
Whoa! Those are like my
no.
two favorites. What are you talking about?
I know. I'm so sorry, Mad Dog, but it's true. That's how I feel about
No,
it.
it's not. They're great.
They're great.
I
Just
mean,
like
like,
the
like
presidents
everyone's
on Mount
saying, Jeff
Rushmore.
Jarrett. Yeah, I mean, put my MJF in
I
his
mean, they
place. I
did
mean,
their
somebody
time.
had to do it. Someone
They
had to
did their
do it, right?
time.
I mean,
They can meet up on the Mount Rushmore of AEW. That's fine.
Huh?
You know,
Oh,
Cody Rhodes would be there too. Everyone forgets that
I
he was an
agree with
AEW
David,
starter
man.
too.
Yeah, MJF, Jeff Jarrett, give me that. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Revolution. We
hi,
have
hi, David Burns. I just
David
wanted to say
Burns.
hi.
That will
love it.
be the death of JJ.
Love it.
I don't see Jeff Jarrett winning any kind of championship. I think this is his
Yeah.
last year. He's going to do some matches,
Yeah.
this thing. It's supposed to be the story where does Jeff Jarrett have one more run in him? Can he could do this? Climb the mountain one more time. God darn it, this code is just kicking my ass, man. Can he climb this mountain one
Yeah.
more time? Can he do all this stuff? And no, I don't think he's going to be winning no championships. I think they're trying to build that emotion into us, and he's going to lose. He's going to come up short, and I don't know, hit someone on the way out. Hit someone with a guitar on the way out.
And you know what? If anyone needs to get hit in the head with a guitar, it's MJ. So let's see how this works out. But yeah, no,
This
I think that's gonna be next week. So stay tuned.
this tea is
Um,
cold and it's very upsetting. Go ahead.
oh, that's gross.
Yes.
Well, we have a video package playing the recap of John Maxley attacking Darby Allin. They played this. This is on the final episode of Rampage. Darby Allin has not been back since. And
Ah!
this video.
I love it.
They keep playing this video. They played it on Collision. They played it tonight.
You know why, Katie? You know why they do that? Because they don't care about Darby Allin. This man got kicked down a flight of stairs, and they keep replaying it. I saw it like a few times. I said, "Damn, does anybody care about this man?" Now, Tony Khan, who probably have Ray Phoenix shackled somewhere in the basement somewhere, and you mean to tell me that no one has called this man? We haven't. Here's Excalibur. We haven't heard from Darby Allin in a few weeks. It's like he fell off the face of the planet. Can someone fucking call this guy? Make sure he's okay?
Yeah.
What is going on with
Right?
this company?
I don't know, but I will
What do
say
you do?
after going to a couple events now for AEW, I went to World's End, I've been to a Rampage, I've been to Dynamite, been to Collision. I have to say the number one person who people dress up as is Darby Allin. Most of the people are children, but there's Darby Allin everywhere you look. So he is a crowd favorite, but I think he got hurt during that last Rampage, and I don't know when he's coming back.
Well,
Mad
that's because
Dog.
Darby's hurt. Yeah, I'm looking up
Yeah.
here, and I was right a little earlier when I was looking up my thing. I don't have it in my segment, but later on. But yeah, I'm looking up here right now, and yeah, Darby's hurt for real, and I think he got hurt
For
during
real?
that. Yeah, and he said right
Got
here
hurt.
on a podcast that he has to take time to recover, but he's trying to cut the recovery time in half by still training. So this man's just crazy. Like he's still
He is
training, but he's hurt. But he wants to.
That's-
He wants to get back.
That's
And I
that's
don't
Darby
know-
Allin. That's Darby Allin. He does a lot. He does a lot of things that are questionable because, like, he does these stunts. He does these things. I mean, I don't know why it didn't dawn to me that he's really hurt. When you said that, I was like,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But Jeffrey, here's what Jeffrey. When is he not hurt? That's a great point.
That's a good
And
point.
David Burns, he's a huge fan of Darby Allin, and he says lay off Darby. Mad Dog, I think you've upset this man by bad mouthing
No, I
Darby
love
Allin.
Darby. I think he's great. It's just
Oh, okay.
he's hurt right now.
he
He's one of
literally
my
has a
favorites in his
spine
thing.
tattoo.
So
He literally has his spine on the outside of his body in a tattoo.
Yeah, but if he keeps this up, his spine will be actually outside his body. Please take it easy, my guy.
Do the rehab, get better, get stronger, then come back and kick some people's asses. Because if any, he may be able to actually make a run one day. You never know.
I actually see him like if you're talking about because everyone's saying powerhouse Hobbs, right? Not winning and totally. Darby, I see someone taking. I could see him being the one taking the title off John Moxley.
Exactly.
Although John Moxley dominated him like 4 times, I want to say, right? But
He would, and then it's going to be a cheap shot near fall. But if he's smart, they will give it to Darby because John Moxley is all about the younger crowd, and he's all about bringing viewers, of course, as any show or podcast or anything wants its viewers. Like and subscribe to our channel, guys.
What she said.
Exactly.
Hey, Katie, real quick.
Where the money is.
I mean, interrupt you real quick. I mean, you talked about you got to hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification button. But we have this thing called a Patreon, right? Like
we do. We have a Patreon. That's
there was subscribers.
Thank you. That's right, Mad Dog. I saw that. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We are all here as Patreon viewers as well. We are currently revamping our Patreon, so join.
That hurt my ears. Bad guy. Wow. Oh my goodness.
But yes, we're revamping our Patreon. Join so you can see all the development that is coming. We are gonna have Charmaine's already tried out the video conferencing. We've got a lot in store. So yes, join our Patreon, join our channel.
Stop with these.
Frank.
I love it.
I love everybody. But yes, check out our
great.
Patreon, like and subscribe.
Good job, Katie.
Yep. Dan's a helper too. All right, next, back to AEW. It's already after 11 o'clock. The rated R superstar makes his way to the ring and calls out John Moxley again. Everybody wants a piece of John Moxley. Leave this poor man alone. Leave him in the basement for a little bit longer. I don't know. Maybe Maria can find her smile again. I don't know. But we'll see. But Cope also comes out and says he crosses the line when he went after FTR. Cope and FTR are very close. On Collision, they worked together to take down Jericho. Didn't quite work. Jericho won, but it was a great match.
Yes, he did because he's amazing. So is Edge or Cope or whatever he calls himself nowadays.
I know, right? I actually have a Cope shirt, and it's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. He is just very upset. Cope is upset. He's running down. We're just trying to keep this man from getting hurt, okay? Cope needs to lay off the gas and make sure that he doesn't get hurt again. Because I don't know how many more times this man can get hurt. John Moxley is going to destroy you, okay? No, you're not doing
that. I love how Cactus Katie put it. It makes it sound like John Moxley, if he punches Cope, he's just gonna break and shatter into glass. Yeah, and I hear you, Jeffrey, because Cope, it just doesn't. I get it. You short it. Adam Copeland is a mouthful, so I totally get it. But this promo actually kind of got on my nerve. There was a spot where he said, I had a match with Eddie Guerrero, and I broke my neck, and you know what I did? Hey,
take time off to get better. Oh.
And then he says all these things. Hey, I jumped off the cage. I broke my ankle. You know what I did? There's another one. I opened the door and I springed my pinky. You know what I did? You get what I'm saying? I said, when does this become Dr. Seuss? Yeah, Moxley,
Yep.
Moxley, take this guy to the cleaners on a weekend at that. Take him on on a
Right.
Sunday, on a Saturday, because Sundays the cleaners is closed, and that means you'll be in the cleaners just hungry because you're locked in there. Thank you.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. Look. We all know that Cope or Copeland or Adam, whatever, he's on his last run, and he has to be on his last run already because this guy he got injured. He was out for almost like a year or half a year, whatever the heck it was, and then he
doing a
comes
couple
back. And
movies.
now he's back.
It is.
He was out for a long time, and now he's back. And this has to be the last run for real. I mean, like, these guys can't go forever. Look at Sting. I love Sting. Think he's great, but can't go forever. Double J can't go forever. So I think his last run, let Moxley clean him up and do the job. So yeah.
Well, speaking of cleaning
See,
up,
he said that too. Look, I went to the beach and the sea was warm. You know what I did? Good job, Jeffrey.
That's what he did. He was on his year vacation, I think, right?
I feel like he did a thing. I feel like I opened a bottle of orange juice and the cap fell on the floor. You know what I did? That was just so like it was really annoying. Yeah. What else do we have here, Mad Dog? What other scenarios? Situation that we have here?
I mean, after that, we had what happened afterwards. I'm trying to think now because my brain. I have so many notes here.
So the Death Riders, we should throw out that the Death Riders laid out Cope, and they were, but Powerhouse Hobbs makes the save, and yeah, right.
Kind of setting up for next week, right? Kind of, Powerhouse coming in to save everybody, right? Yeah. Oh, I like Hobbs, but I don't think he's gonna win though. I told you earlier. I don't think he's gonna do it. But
I don't either.
He's strong too, man. He's he's also big in bulk and jack. You know what I mean? Like he's also very big.
He's a big dude. Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, I thought the segment was okay. I mean, they need to set it up, but like I said, man, Adam Copeland, they just need to get rid of him. Like I like him, but at the same time, like. He needs to be on the last run. He's hurt, come back from injury. You know what I mean? Like it's all like he needs to be on the last ride here. Kind of like what they did with Undertaker, right? So yeah.
I wouldn't say get rid of him, but he should be an attraction, not someone who's there every week. I mean, I know that's what he wants to do, so that's none of my business. But I just think he shouldn't always be out there because I feel like it takes away what makes him special. I think when you're at a certain atmosphere in your career. Or a certain level in your career, you don't have to be out there all the time. But what else do we got here, Mad Dog? I'm sorry, I'm running my mouth here.
No, yeah, you're good. I got you. I think after
I want to talk
that
about
whole
who are the top 5 NXT superstars that you see in 2025 being called up to the main roster and doing some big business. Let's start with number 5. Who you got?
Cora Jade.
Cora
Jade has been a staple in the women's division for a little while now. She's great on the microphone. Decent in the ring. It's time for her to move up and give that Raw women's division the shot in the arm that it needs. I'm going Cora Jade as my number 5.
That's a good pick. I feel like that would be a pick that everybody, like a lot of people would pick Cora Jade on their top 5. My number 5 is Jada Parker. Jada Parker in Q4 of 2024 has leveled up to top 5 status, in my opinion. She has shown a side of herself. So I've seen some people on the internet call her ratchet. I love it. And it is definitely something that is missing on the main roster that needs to be showcased. So that's why Jada Parker is number 5. I think she's going to do big business in the main roster because you see, who else on the main roster is ratchet like her? Who?
I don't necessarily think she's ratchet, but I also don't see her going up to the main roster next year. I think she needs some more time in NXT. The year after, yes, but I think Jada Parker is going to be one of the biggest stars ever to come out of NXT.
This is Aubrey Edwards, and you are listening to The Unpopular Review, the show for intelligent wrestling fans.
Hi guys, sorry about that, Mad Dog. was having some technical difficulties, so we had to run that commercial real quick. But
Welcome back.
yeah, no, we left off with Hobbs, but after that we had Mariah May and Deke Lammer, as he is also known, backstage, getting ready to, and is talking up the first ever women's casino gauntlet match next week. And to no surprise, she had Harley Carmen right behind her. What do you guys think about those gauntlet matches? All these gauntlets matches that are coming up. Are you guys fans of those or?
Mad Dog, what do you think about this?
Yeah, it's AEW's attempt of a rumble, but it's not a real rumble because it's only like maybe 8, 9 guys, right, in this last match, right? And and even with this one match, it's probably gonna be 8, 9, women. It's not a full Royal Rumble because let's face it, AEW can't do a 30-man or 30-woman Royal Rumble because WWE does that. So they can't do that because that's what. So they call these gauntlet matches and they kind of just shorten it down. And I feel like, we need to kind of get rid of these because, like Katie said earlier in the show, I think they're kind of just, they throw these together last minute. There's no real planning with these. They have these number one entries and this, that, and the other. But, I feel like what they should do, and, yes, everybody rips off each other in the world of pro wrestling, right? Do the eliminator thing, do the qualifying after qualifying, the E's, the EWWE, that's what they're called. They do it as well. They do qualifying after qualifying to get, which spots are, number one or number two or, whichever it is. I feel like AEW needs to start doing the same because, like, Katie said earlier, they throw these matches together and it just doesn't look good on TV and even in the pay-per-views. I was a fan of them, but here we are with this promo, and Mariah killed it as always because she's just fantastic. So yeah,
She is, and she's interrupted with a challenger. Miss Harley Carmen challenges her to a match on Collision, but for a non-title, just for fun, apparently. Um, which should be interesting. Then we have Tony Storm versus Chris Statlander versus Willow Nightingale. Now, Tony Storm is still playing the insomnia. I don't know if that's the correct word or not. Brain injury. She's doing really well at it. I just think it's stupid as shit ever. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm like, Tony, come on.
Mad Dog, what do you think?
right. I like this match. I honestly do. I like Tony Storm. I like Chris Statlander, and I liked what was it, Willow Nightingale? I think it was, right? Yeah, I like all
Yes,
three of
Will
these women, man.
Chris, Tony.
And honestly, they threw some jabs at each other, and it was pretty good. I actually thought this was probably I would say probably my favorite match of tonight because, like everyone said earlier, besides the Buddy and Will Ospreay, which I'm still surprised they opened with that. I really thought they were gonna say that till later, but this had to be
Amnesia.
my favorite. Yeah. But maybe I'm biased because I'm a Tony Storm fan though. I like Tony, Statlander got the dub here. So
She did. And
yeah.
I'm not surprised with that being that there's a huge gauntlet match next week where Tony's going to end up actually winning where it counts. So we'll see. But are you guys ready for the main event of the night, which is Kenny Omega?
Let's talk about it. I mean, I know Mad Dog is very excited about it. He wrote me today when it was something you shared with me earlier in the day. Oh!
Oh my
I love
God.
that. I love that.
That's a great. You're a part of the gift.
great.
That's like I don't know how many people, how many of us have gifts, but you're in an elite tier here, Mad Dog. But Mad Dog, I know that you're a big fan of Kenny Omega. You said you was going to be very excited about, so you should take the floor first. That you're a really big fan of one Kenny Omega.
Yes, tell us what you thought about this little promo.
Oh, I thought it was great. And it's awesome because Kenny just came off of a win. I actually stayed up at like 3 in the morning to watch what was it, wrestling? I think it was Dynasty. I think it was New
Oh, in
Japan. I love New
Japan.
Japan.
Mhm.
I love New Japan too. And Kenny got the win there. And Kenny's back on AEW. And he was talking a couple weeks ago. I was watching another podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to ours. By the way, more podcasts will be coming on our channel, UPR. But like I said though, he was on a podcast. He said, I'm gonna be back. I want to focus on my wrestling. There's our Patreon. I actually was a subscriber last night. Go subscribe to that as well. Like I said though about Kenny though, man, I've been a fan. I've always listened. Every time like I hear he's on somewhere, I always go listen because I always want to hear what the man has to say because he is really, really, well, once again, UPR, intelligent wrestling fans. That's what we do here. He's an intelligent wrestler, man. He's one of the best. They call him the best belt machine for a reason. And I am so happy he's back. I know he said in that interview, I'm gonna help run things, while the Young Bucks are kind of away on vacation or whatever. So he's back as the EVP, helping Tony Khan run this company. And I'm so glad to see him back. And I thought the promo was just solid overall. And the crowd went crazy for this man. Okay, crowd went nuts. For him. Biggest pop of the night, and he deserved it, man, because he's amazing. He really is. So. I just
Question.
didn't like the ending though. The ending of the beatdown though, that upset me a lot. But
I do. I want to ask you this, Mad Dog. You said you're a big fan of Kenny Omega. I'm a big fan of wrestling themes. Like a lot of my music is from wrestling. Do you like his new theme?
Yeah. It's not as catchy as the other themes, but I have listened to it actually through YouTube before we got on here, right? And honestly, okay, all right. I guess EC's not a fan, or maybe Poopa's not a fan of it, but I enjoy it.
Wait,
I
wait. That's what
You
you got
got
out of
called out.
that's
I
what
mean,
you got that out
I
of
mean,
me. You got that out of me.
I mean, unless you don't have the soundboard, I mean,
Oh no, we'll help you on who's. There we go. There's the
I
Grinch right
mean,
there. He's the Grinch
yeah,
all season, baby.
trash. There we go. There we
Fall,
go.
spring.
I'm sorry I accused you. That's happened before, and not this show in particular, but it's happened before with other shows. So I'm sorry. I apologize about that.
You're the first person to ever apologize to me. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
I still hold a grudge against you. I know this is not
Okay.
NXT, but here we go. Are we going? Let's get it out the way.
But you know what? The real toilet noise should have came out when Don Callis' face showed up on the jumbotron.
I love his
Ah,
theme.
I should have put the
ah,
poop emoji
ah.
up there instead.
Boo.
I love Don Callis. Matter of fact, someone once again, I love YouTube comments. I was listening to his theme, and someone said, "This is what hell must sound like," and I thought that was great. So yeah, I like Don Callis. That's all. That's what I want to be at that age. I just want to cause all kinds of problems. I want to have a group of young people to beat up other people. Good job. Let's go, Don Callis.
This was a jump scare.
Well,
I agree. It was
Don
terrifying.
Callis calls out the dogs, and Omega chases them onto the stage and attacks him. This brings out Lance Archer, Brian Cage to attack Omega and tosses him back in the ring because we all know nothing's final if it's not in the ring. Yeah. Kyle Fletcher joins the fray, and all three men attack Omega. Cage punches Omega in the stomach while Ospreay hits the ring with a chair and goes swinging. Don Callis' family leaves the ring. Ospreay teases hitting Omega with a chair for a second before dropping out. Omega and Ospreay face off, and AEW Dynamite is off the air. So that's the ending. Boring as shit. Actually, no. That was more entertaining than, just an interview. It gave us some stuff, but it didn't give us anything to end the night on. It kept you hanging, which which is okay, but whatever.
Katie's turning into Venice Miss. Oh boy.
I know. I'm a little salty this week on
Yeah,
with
I
it
see
comes to
that.
AEW. Sorry. Yeah, I yawned. I'm tired. I'm sorry. It's been a long week. I know. I've been warned.
Oh boy.
I've been warned. So instead, I have the insomnia.
Omega with the
Tony
chair.
Storm has the amnesia. I've been correct. Yeah. So do you guys think that this is going to lead to a match next week? I mean, I don't know of a EVP actually continuing to wrestle. Like, why?
Because he can. It's his company.
Because he
Part of his
can.
company.
He can do what he
Say, right?
wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna fight next week. He's fighting Brian Cage. He's probably gonna fucking wreck this guy, and it's probably gonna lead to a tag match between I'm sorry, who are we talking? Oh, Omega and Ospreay against these two big guys who are just gonna lose. That's what's definitely gonna look. That's definitely what it's leaning towards.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree with Booba. Yep. I'm excited for
Oh.
that. I think about it. Will Ospreay, man, and Kenny Omega, two of the best to ever
All right,
do
I'm
it.
gonna be a
man.
troll.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be venomous, Katie, for 1 second.
Oh,
Omega looks like a freaking troll that came out from underneath the bridge. Did he
wow.
get his head drugged into the
It's
ring
freaking
too many
troll.
times and has no neck now? Like, what is with this guy?
Wait,
I know
what?
he's been around a long time,
Mhm.
but he literally looks like a troll. I'm gonna start
Wow.
calling him Ripple. What's the guy's name?
Rumpelstiltskin? Rumpelstiltskin? Yes.
Yes.
Rumpelstiltskin.
That's what he looks like.
Oh, it's good.
I remember that book.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Matter of fact, I might have to like YouTube that and just
She
because
spun
I
the
remember.
gold, right? Yeah, she spun the gold, and he asked for it, right?
Yeah,
Something like that,
Yeah.
right?
didn't someone like turn the straw and fucking die?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Was that the horror movie they
I
made?
just
'Cause
know
I
he
know they
came
made a horror
out
movie
from
on that.
underneath. I just know he came out from underneath the bridge and he wouldn't let people pass. And that's
Oh.
pretty much what he's doing now. So,
Talk about
oh
Miss
my-
Kaylee.
well, you know what? It is time for the news. Let's hit it with our little intro here for Mad Dog. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Mariah May. You may know me as The Glamour, and you're watching Unpopular Review.
Hey guys, what's up?
Mad Dog with the news. What's going on this week?
Well, I don't have to say what I usually say because I've been here all night again. But this
We're
week a
happy to
lot
have you.
happened. A lot. Thank you. It's I'm happy to be here. Happy to be here. This week was a lot WWE heavy because of what happened, bro, on Netflix. PW Insider has said that Seth Rollins Seth Rollins and CM Punk and Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley were originally planned for WrestleMania 41, but WWE and Netflix have decided to put them on, the Netflix opening show. So now, and this one's kind of true and not kind of true because I don't know how true this next one is, but I'm gonna read it anyway, right? Body Slam said they claimed that Becky Lynch was originally set to return following the Rhea Ripley title win over Liv Morgan, but they scrapped it due to the Undertaker appearing. By the way,
Becky Lynch did get her contract filled yesterday, I believe.
Correct. Yeah. She re-signed with WWE. Like I said, I have it in the notes here. I don't know for how long. It's an undisclosed. From what I was reading all day, it was very hard to find because some say she had it and then she didn't have it, and I had to really dig for that. She did re-sign with the company for an undisclosed amount of years. I think Seth is around. I think
Congratulations.
6 years. So I think maybe her length is probably around the same, maybe around 6 years or so. We'll see. Anyway, like I said, the next thing I have here is NXT saw a massive boost in ratings. Actually, it was almost, I believe it was 957,000, by the way, watched last night's show. I know who, but actually he hosts the NXT show. Go watch, subscribe for us for that one. That's on Tuesday nights, right after NXT. So this was cool because The Rock was there and they had a
I
cool
was gonna
moment.
say,
We talked about it last
The
night.
The
So I
Rock will
really,
bring
really
some.
enjoyed that.
The Rock
Yeah,
will bring some views.
absolutely. The next thing here, PW Insight also noted Triple H said SmackDown will not remain 3 hours going into the rest of the year. He said right now it's going to be 3 hours, but they also might short it back to 2. It really depends on the time. And
thank you.
on the location.
Thank you so much for that.
I heard it could be as little as 40 minutes up to 3 hours.
And not for nothing.
There's
Like
no time frame.
I was gonna say, not for nothing, love wrestling, but having 3 hours on Monday and on Friday, and then all the other wrestling in between, absolutely not. No. So good
I
job.
don't need all that.
No, we don't.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
How do you guys feel about this next one? Okay,
Sure.
as I call him, Oldberg is reported.
I hate him. I hate him.
You said the bad word, Mad Dog.
Oh.
Bad word.
Oh, apparently he's due to come back on the episode of Raw January 27th to possibly face Gunther. And he's gone. Oh boy. Okay.
Well, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, he's wrestling Gunther. He's gonna get his ass kicked.
Probably, yes. Retirement match for sure. I'm hoping so. Okay, I'm hoping it's
Good.
just a retirement
This
match.
is fantastic. Everything is going according to plan. Gunther is going to chop him into dust, and then he's going to go flying into the sky, and he could go back to the Oldberg planet that he come from. Good job. Let's go.
I love it. Okay. Sting, we were talking about him a little bit earlier. I see that.
I broke my fucking head. It's ridiculous.
Sting actually filed for a new trademark this week. So he's now called Old Man Sting. So we're talking about old men. Looks like it's now gonna be Old Man Sting. Looks like they're going to be more AEW merchandise sold with him. So I'll probably buy a bobblehead or something because they
wait. So hold up. I'm sorry because I'm very interested in this. So you said Old Man Sting. So is it something similar to? I feel like you like Marvel content and stuff like that. Similar to like how Old Man Logan.
Yeah. I think so something similar like that, right? Yeah. Old man Steve Rogers. I know he was also old, from the end game at the end of the movie there. Right. So I think they're just trying to do something more with him. Before
as long as they don't make a movie. As long as they don't do no old Logan movie style thing. That was a terrible movie, like Batman v Superman. But carry on.
Yeah. The other report I have here, Pac is overseas and has not been in the United States for recent shows. It's unclear when he will return. I kind of miss Pac or whatever his name is.
He was here tonight.
Really?
He was here tonight. Pac came. He returned tonight. He returned tonight. He helped out. What do they call it? The
John Moxley.
The Bloodpool. Yeah, Bloodpool Combat Club. He helped him out.
Okay. Yeah. So they said he was overseas.
Old news.
So
old news.
Well, like I said, sometimes
it happens.
Sometimes it might be. Anyway, WWE is reporting to this is interesting. They want to move talent back and forth. I've been seeing, up and so they are not sure where to move everybody. And I'm not sure where they're going to move everybody because Netflix is asking for all these people, which I don't think they're going to get. And SmackDown wants all these people that I don't think they're going to get. So we're going to see where that one goes. Speaking about, Raw, Netflix, next week, Bayley mentioned on her Twitter today that she might be doing a dark match next week for WWE and Netflix because they're going to be in San Jose, California.
Okay.
On Raw, yeah.
I think she's going to end up going to Raw.
Yes.
They're teasing that, actually. And you know what? It would be a good move for her.
I think it would. Yeah, I think it would be a good switch, a good change of pace. Old Man Sting, yes. He was there tonight. Yes, he was. I actually kind of forgot about that. Actually, this last one I have here, PW Insider did note that Beth Phoenix, that's the wife of Mr. Cope, as he calls himself now, and Samantha Irvin were backstage. At this with AEW Dynamite taping, there's no plans for either of them. Remember, Samantha Irving is still under a 90-day clause, and Beth Phoenix is under a Legends contract still with WWE, but they were both there. So what do you guys think about that?
Well, they're supporting your husband.
Yeah, I heard about that. I mean, that's nothing out of the ordinary where, I mean, there's people who are under contract with WWE and they'll go to AEW just to be with their friends and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's cool stuff. Yeah.
Like, I was at World's End a couple weeks ago, and I saw a lot of wives, especially Will Ospreay's wife. I saw a couple other ones off to the side while their husbands were wrestling. So that was pretty cool to watch.
That too, Jeffrey, because he's pointing out. I don't know if it was like a dark match or this was something that aired because I don't watch Collision, but said JoJo did announcing for AEW Collision as well. I saw the picture and I thought that was cool. And I thought that was really cool.
She did it in Charlotte. I was there for that. It was only one match she did, but they did make a big deal out of it. So.
Yeah, no, because that's what wrestling fans are. Some wrestling fans are just fucking weird because, like, oh, how dare you go to the enemy, dude? Like, go outside, touch grass, drink water. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know, but I thought that was good for her.
Wrestling.
Yeah. I thought that was cool. Good for her.
Yeah. And that's really and that's all I have this week. So
thank you, Mad Dog.
You know what, Mad Dog? Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you for bringing us all the latest news. Thank you, the great Grand Slam Poobah. I appreciate you being our guest. And,
I want to say
my background went out, but
don't be. I want to sit here and say,
there it is.
Oh, he's really quick with these gifts. That now you're part of the elite. Well, I think Katie is on her second gift. I think this is your second gift. Right?
Wow, she's in
I'm sure.
Yeah.
CEO.
Oh, look at the
moves. So much better.
Look at that.
So much better than mine. Mine is just life of as a mom, and also shows them one night.
Shreko does look like he's rapping and stepping on your foot at the same time. I don't know what's going on there.
Dude, I love him.
But I want to sit here and say thank you. I wanted to say, because you know what I realized that we did this week? We're like literally the Iron Man and Iron Woman of UPR this week. We did the Monday night watch along on Monday. I did the NXT Tuesday show, and I know you did a double header tonight doing both AEW and the challenge. So shout out to you. Shout out to the whole team. I think the whole team is.
That's right. That's right. That's what we get.
So that's what we do, and that's fantastic. I want to highlight this thing real quick because Jeffrey said that's the first time she's done this. And so he is. I'm glad JoJo's happy doing what she loved, and I'm totally with that. Totally with that. And I think that's what the thing with wrestling fans. Sometimes people get so caught up in this bubble and it's so stupid and trivial, not realizing like these are regular people. And I just like when people are just in a good space. So good for JoJo. Always liked JoJo. Good for her.
Yep.
Let's for 2025. Let's not be fucking weird. Let's try that.
Right? It's not really going off to a great start now, guys. We're 8 days in. Let's try.
No, you're not kidding. I was at work and I literally saw horse shit in front of my job, and I did not understand why that was there.
In New York
so you're
City,
absolutely
right?
You're right. Katie, don't attack us. Don't attack us now. Don't do that. But that's the show, I believe. So I don't know. I'm running my mouth here. Katie,
Riddle, the King of Bros, and you're listening to Unpopular Review.
All right, that is our closing. Good night, everybody. We'll see
you.
No,
Jeffrey, I did not clean. Oh, you want to point out these things?
I forgot to do the show.
Yeah, go right ahead.
I'm sorry, me?
All right.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. On Mondays, starting off the week, we have the Mike Knox shows. It's on Mondays at 6 p.m. and later on Mondays, right after Monday Night Raw, after 3 hours, you can catch the team of EC, Big Daddy Cool, and Venomous Venny. They talk about all things Raw. They're doing it Raw. That came off terrible. And on Tuesday, on Tuesdays. It is no longer a duo, it is a trio. You got me, Bad Guy Jack, Sabrina Stella, and Freckle Sensei, the NX trio, right after NXT go off the air. Hashtag justice for JC. On Wednesdays, right after Dynamite go off the air, we have Cactus Katie, Mad Dog Kelly sometime. We're going to have the sheriff. She'll be back next week. And we're going to end our friend. I'm not sure who the friend is for next week, but tune in. There's a top 5. There's not going to be a top 5 this week. There's going to be one next week. I believe it's for the Bloodline. And ending the week, we have the SmackDown Penitentiary with one. Who's these people? Oh, Vic and DJ or Z, The Silence.
The Z is silent.
Saturdays, 1 p.m.
I think it's 12:30, but we are going to have Wrestling Doll next week as our guest. I'm so excited to have her. She's jumping from NXT. We know here at UPR, we are one big happy family. We always are trying to help each other. And it is the best podcast channel, YouTube channel for wrestling or entertainment.
Is Jadakiss about to come out? Hey!
So follow us, like us, subscribe.
Do the Mad Dog!
Yes.
Remove the earplugs. Have a good night, guys.
There it is. That is great.